Hey Pisces, I need to talk to you about something that just came through in this reading. And honestly, I was not prepared for the intensity of what the cards are showing me right now. Before we dive into this, I want you to know that this reading is about someone in your life who has been carrying something heavy, something they have been holding back for way too long. And what I am seeing here is that there is about to be a moment, or maybe it already happened, where everything they have been keeping inside just comes pouring out. And Pisces, your name is at the center of it all. So I shuffled the deck with your energy in mind, asking the cards to show me what is happening around you right now, what this person is going through, and what this all means for you moving forward. And the cards did not hold back. They showed me a story that is raw, emotional, and honestly quite shocking in how it unfolds. Let me pull the first card here because I need to understand who this person is and what energy they are carrying right now. The first card that came out is the Page of Wands. And okay, this is interesting because this card is usually about someone who is eager, enthusiastic, maybe a bit impulsive. But what I am picking up here is that this person has been trying to present themselves as confident, as someone who has moved on, someone who is doing just fine without you. The Page of Wands energy suggests they have been putting on this brave face, maybe even trying to explore new connections or new situations. But underneath all of that, there is something unresolved. What I find fascinating about this card in this position is that the Page of Wands is a messenger, right? This is someone who carries news, who speaks up, who cannot keep things bottled up forever. And that is exactly what is happening here. This person has been holding on to feelings, thoughts, regrets, and they have reached a point where they can no longer keep it all inside. The Page of Wands is immature in some ways, meaning they have not fully processed their emotions. And that is why, when they finally do speak up, it comes out in a way that is messy, unfiltered, maybe even shocking to the people around them. I am also getting that this person might be younger than you, or they have a younger energy, meaning they are still learning how to handle deep emotional situations. They thought they could just move forward, distract themselves, maybe even convince themselves that what you two had was not that significant. But the Page of Wands here is telling me that they are realizing they were wrong. They are realizing that they cannot just brush off what they felt with you. Now, what is really important about the Page of Wands is that this card is about speaking your truth, even if you are not fully ready to do so. This person is about to have a moment, or they already had a moment, where they blurt out something they have been keeping inside. And Pisces, your name comes up in that moment. They are not able to hold it in anymore, and it is going to catch people off guard because they have been acting like they were fine, like they had moved on. Let me pull the next card because I need to see what triggered this outburst, what caused them to finally break their silence. The Two of Swords just came out, and wow, this explains so much. The Two of Swords is about being stuck in a state of indecision, of denial, of refusing to face the truth. This person has been sitting in this energy for a while now. They have been blocking out their real feelings about you, convincing themselves that they made the right choice, that letting you go was the best decision. But the Two of Swords is a card of avoidance. They have been blindfolded, refusing to see the reality of what they lost. What I am picking up is that this person has been in a situation where they had to choose between you and something else, or someone else, and they convinced themselves they made the logical choice, the safe choice. But the Two of Swords is not a card of peace. It is a card of tension. They have been sitting in this uncomfortable middle ground, trying to ignore the nagging feeling that they made a mistake. The reason the Two of Swords is here is because this person has been avoiding confronting their true feelings. They thought that if they just did not think about you, if they just focused on other things, the feelings would go away. But Pisces, that is not how emotions work, especially not when the connection was real. The Two of Swords tells me that they have been lying to themselves, and that lie is starting to crack. What is really telling about this card is that the Two of Swords eventually has to fall. You cannot stay in denial forever. At some point, something happens that forces you to remove the blindfold and face the truth. And that is exactly what is happening here. Something has triggered this person to finally see clearly, and when they did, they realized that what they felt with you was real, was significant, and cannot be replaced. I am also getting that this person might have been in a relationship or situation that they thought would fulfill them, but it did not. The Two of Swords often represents choosing the wrong path because you were too afraid to choose the right one. And now they are realizing that fear costs them something valuable, something they cannot get back just by wishing for it. Let me pull another card because I want to understand what this person is feeling right now, in this moment when they are finally being honest. Oh, this is heavy. The Three of Pentacles just came through, and this card is making me understand the depth of what this person has lost. The Three of Pentacles is about collaboration, partnership, building something meaningful together. This is not just about romance, Pisces. This card is telling me that what you and this person had was a genuine partnership. You were building something together, whether that was a relationship, a future, or just a deep connection where you both felt seen and valued. The Three of Pentacles shows two people working together towards a common goal, creating something beautiful and lasting. And this person is now realizing that what they had with you was exactly that. You were not just a casual fling or a passing connection. You were someone they could build with, someone who understood them, someone who brought out the best in them. What is really painful about this card in this position is that the Three of Pentacles represents something that was working. This was not a broken or toxic situation. This was a partnership that had real potential, and this person walked away from it. And now they are seeing other people around them, maybe even the person they chose instead of you, and they are realizing that they do not have that same level of teamwork, that same level of mutual respect and understanding. I am also picking up that this person is in an environment where they are seeing what real partnership looks like, and it is making them realize what they lost with you. The Three of Pentacles often appears when we are working with others and recognizing the value of collaboration. This person might be in a situation now where they are supposed to be building something with someone else, but it does not feel right. It does not have the same energy that it had with you. The Three of Pentacles is also about recognition and appreciation. This person is finally recognizing and appreciating what you brought to their life. They took you for granted, Pisces. They thought they could find that same connection elsewhere, but the Three of Pentacles is showing me that they cannot. What you two had was unique, and they are mourning the loss of that partnership. Let me see what happens next because I need to understand how this realization leads to the moment where they speak your name. The High Priestess just appeared, and this is giving me chills because this card represents deep intuition, hidden truths, and things that are felt on a soul level. The High Priestess is telling me that this person has been feeling your energy, Pisces. They have been having dreams about you, thinking about you at random times, feeling this pull towards you that they cannot explain logically. The High Priestess is the keeper of secrets and hidden knowledge. This person has been keeping their feelings about you a secret, maybe even from themselves. But the High Priestess does not let secrets stay hidden forever. This card is about things coming to the surface, about intuition becoming so strong that you cannot ignore it anymore. What I am seeing here is that this person has been experiencing moments where they just know, deep down in their soul, that they messed up. The High Priestess is not about loud revelations. It is about quiet knowing, that inner voice that keeps whispering the truth, even when you are trying to ignore it. And this person has been hearing that voice getting louder and louder. I am also picking up that the High Priestess represents the feminine energy, the intuitive energy, and that is you, Pisces. You are naturally connected to the High Priestess energy because you are intuitive, empathetic, and deeply feeling. This person is being haunted by your energy, by the memory of how you made them feel, by the connection you two shared that went beyond the physical or the logical. The High Priestess is also about the subconscious. This person cannot stop thinking about you even when they are trying to focus on other things. You come up in their thoughts, in their dreams, in quiet moments when they are alone with themselves. And that constant presence of you in their inner world is becoming unbearable for them. What is really powerful about the High Priestess in this reading is that this card represents unavoidable truth. You can ignore logic, you can ignore advice from others, but you cannot ignore your intuition forever. This person is being confronted by their own inner knowing that tells them they should never have let you go. Let me pull the next card because I need to see what causes this person to finally explode and say what they have been holding in. The Fool just came out, and okay, this is the turning point. The Fool is about new beginnings, but it is also about taking a leap without thinking about the consequences. This card is telling me that this person reaches a point where they just cannot hold it in anymore, and they take a risk. They speak up, they say your name, they admit the truth, even though they know it might make them look foolish. The Fool is card number 0 in the tarot, the beginning of the journey, and it represents innocence, spontaneity, and sometimes recklessness. This person is going to have a moment where they just let it all out, without filtering themselves, without worrying about how they will be perceived, and that is when the bomb explodes. What I am seeing is that this person is in a situation, maybe with friends, maybe with the person they are currently with, and something triggers them. Maybe someone mentions your name, maybe they see something that reminds them of you, or maybe they just reach a breaking point. And in that moment, they speak from the heart in the most unfiltered way. The Fool is about honesty in its rawest form. This person is going to admit that they never felt with anyone else what they felt with you. They are going to say that they made a mistake, that they should never have let you go. And they are going to say it in front of people, which makes it even more significant because this is not a private confession. This is a public admission. I am also getting that the Fool represents a moment of clarity where this person realizes that they have nothing left to lose by being honest. They have been pretending, playing it cool, trying to move on, but it is not working. So they decide to take the risk and just speak their truth, consequences be damned. The Fool is also about freedom. By finally admitting how they feel, this person is freeing themselves from the burden of keeping it all inside. But Pisces, here is the thing about the Fool. Sometimes taking that leap leads to a new beginning, and sometimes it leads to falling off a cliff. This person is taking a risk, and they do not know how it will turn out. Let me see what the cards say about how people react when this person speaks up. The Nine of Cups is here, and this is fascinating because the Nine of Cups is known as the wish card, the card of emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. But in this context, I am reading it as what this person wishes they had. The Nine of Cups represents contentment, happiness, having everything you want emotionally. And this person is realizing that they had that with you. When this person speaks up and mentions your name, when they admit that they never felt real love before, what they are really saying is that the Nine of Cups energy, that feeling of complete emotional satisfaction, only existed with you. They thought they could find it elsewhere, they thought they could create it with someone else, but the Nine of Cups is showing me that they cannot. This card is often depicted as someone sitting contentedly in front of 9 cups, representing wishes fulfilled. This person is looking at their life right now and realizing that none of their cups are filled. They are not happy, they are not satisfied, they are not fulfilled. And they are finally admitting that the only time they felt like the Nine of Cups was when they were with you. What is really powerful about this card in this position is that it shows regret. The Nine of Cups is what they want, what they wish they still had, but they threw it away. They are standing there, looking at empty cups, remembering when those cups were full, remembering when they felt truly happy and loved. I am also getting that when this person speaks up, the people around them are shocked because they have been presenting themselves as happy, as fulfilled, as doing well. But the Nine of Cups here is revealing the truth that they are not satisfied, that they are missing something essential, and that something is you. The Nine of Cups is also about emotional honesty. This person is finally being honest about what they truly want, what truly makes them happy. and they are admitting that it is not what they have right now. It is what they had with you, and let go. Let me pull another card because I want to understand what happens after this confession, after they shout your name and tell everyone the truth. Strength just appeared, and this card is so significant here. Strength is not about physical power. It is about inner strength, courage, and facing difficult truths with grace. After this person makes their confession, after the bomb explodes, there is a moment where everyone involved has to summon their strength to deal with what has been revealed. But I am also reading strength as representing you, Pisces. This card often depicts a woman gently taming a lion, and it represents the quiet power you have always had. You did not chase this person. You did not beg them to stay. You let them go with dignity, and that took real strength. And now that strength is being recognized. The Strength card is telling me that you handled this situation with grace and maturity. Even though it hurt, even though you might have wanted to fight for them or convince them to stay, you chose to let them go. And that choice, that act of self-respect, is what is haunting this person now. They are realizing that you were strong enough to walk away, strong enough to know your worth, and they were not. I am also seeing that strength represents the courage this person needs to face the consequences of their confession. Speaking up is one thing, but dealing with the aftermath is another. The Strength card suggests that there will be uncomfortable conversations, there will be hurt feelings, there will be situations that require emotional maturity to navigate. What is really beautiful about Strength in this reading is that it shows growth through challenges. This entire situation is forcing everyone involved to grow up, to be honest, to face their true feelings. And while that is uncomfortable, it is necessary. The Strength card is also about patience and compassion. Even though this person hurt you, even though they made a choice that caused you pain, the Strength card reminds us that people make mistakes, people grow, and people sometimes do not realize what they had until it is gone. This does not mean you have to take them back, Pisces, but it does mean that you can acknowledge their realization without letting it affect your peace. Let me see what the outcome of all of this is. What happens after everything has been said and done? The Eight of Pentacles just came out, and this is interesting because this card is about dedication, hard work, and mastering a craft. In the context of this reading, I am seeing the Eight of Pentacles as representing what comes next for everyone involved. This card suggests that there is work to be done. For this person who made the confession, the Eight of Pentacles means they need to do the work on themselves. They need to understand why they made the choice they made, why they let you go, what they need to learn from this experience. The Eight of Pentacles is about the process of becoming better, of honing your skills, of dedicating yourself to improvement. I am also seeing the Eight of Pentacles as representing your journey, Pisces. This card shows someone focused on their work, on their craft, on building something valuable through consistent effort. While this person is having their meltdown and making their confession, you are focused on your own path. You are working on yourself, building your life, creating something meaningful. The Eight of Pentacles tells me that you are not sitting around waiting for this person to realize their mistake. You are moving forward. You are investing in yourself. You are becoming the best version of yourself. And that is what makes their realization even more powerful, because they are seeing you thrive without them. What is really significant about the Eight of Pentacles in this position is that it shows that real love and real relationships require work. This person thought they could just find happiness easily with someone else. But the Eight of Pentacles is reminding them that anything worth having requires dedication and effort. What you two had was worth fighting for, worth working on, and they chose to walk away instead of putting in the work. I am also picking up that the Eight of Pentacles represents building something new. Whether that means this person tries to rebuild a connection with you, or whether it means everyone moves forward separately but wiser, there is a sense of constructive energy here. The explosion happened, the truth came out, and now it is time to build something with that truth. Let me pull one more card because I need to see what the final message is for you, Pisces, in all of this. Death came out, and before you panic, let me explain what this card really means. Death is not about physical death. It is about transformation, endings, and new beginnings. The Death card is telling me that this entire situation represents the death of an old chapter and the birth of a new one. For this person who confessed their feelings, the Death card represents the death of their denial, the death of their pretending, the death of their false belief that they could be happy without you. They are going through a transformation, whether they want to or not. The old version of them that walked away from you is dying, and a new version is emerging, one that understands the value of what they had. For you, Pisces, the Death card represents the end of wondering, the end of hoping they would realize their mistake, the end of that chapter of your life. Whether this person comes back or not, whether you choose to give them another chance or not, the Death card is telling me that you cannot go back to how things were. Too much has changed. Too much has been revealed. The Death card is also about release. You are releasing any attachment to the outcome of this situation. You are releasing the pain of what happened. You are releasing the version of yourself that was willing to accept less than you deserve. This transformation is powerful, and it is necessary for your growth. What I love about the Death card in this reading is that it represents the inevitability of change. This person could not keep pretending forever. You could not stay stuck in that situation forever. The Death card forced everything to come to the surface, forced everyone to face the truth, and now transformation is happening whether anyone is ready for it or not. The Death card is also about cycles ending naturally. The cycle of this person pretending they were fine without you has ended. The cycle of you wondering if they would ever realize what they lost has ended. The cycle of dishonesty and avoidance has ended. And while endings can be scary, they are also necessary for new beginnings. I am also seeing the Death card as representing the death of false love. This person admitted that they never felt real love before, that what they have now is not love. The Death card is killing off the illusion, the pretending, the settling. And from that death, the possibility of real love, real connection, real authenticity can be born. And the final card I am pulling to close out this reading is the Seven of Cups. And wow, this is the perfect card to end on because it explains so much about why this person made the choice they made in the first place. The Seven of Cups is about illusions, fantasies, and having too many options. This person was seduced by the idea that there was something better out there, something shinier, something more exciting. The Seven of Cups shows someone standing in front of 7 cups filled with different things, different possibilities, different fantasies. This person looked at you and thought, maybe there is something better, maybe I should explore my options, maybe I am missing out on something. And the Seven of Cups energy led them to make a choice based on fantasy rather than reality. But here's the thing about the Seven of Cups, Pisces. Those fantasies do not hold up in real life. When you actually reach for those shiny objects, they often turn out to be illusions. This person is now realizing that what they chased was not real, was not substantial, was not fulfilling. Meanwhile, what they had with you was real, was solid, was valuable. The Seven of Cups is also about confusion and overwhelm. This person was confused about what they wanted. They were overwhelmed by options. They thought that having choices meant they should explore all of them. But the Seven of Cups is teaching them that sometimes the best choice is the one right in front of you, the one that is real and true and solid. What is really telling about the Seven of Cups in this final position is that it represents the lessons learned. This person has now experienced the consequences of chasing illusions. They have learned that fantasy does not sustain you, that real connection is rare and valuable, that choosing based on what looks good on the surface rather than what feels right in your soul is a mistake. I am also seeing the Seven of Cups as representing the clarity that comes after confusion. When you chase all the fantasies and realize they are empty, you finally see clearly what was real all along. This person is coming out of the Seven of Cups fog and seeing you clearly for the first time, seeing what they had with you clearly, and that clarity is what led to their confession. So Pisces, let me bring this all together for you. What the cards are showing me is that this person has been on a journey from denial to realization. They walked away from you thinking they were making the right choice, thinking there was something better out there. The Page of Wands showed us they tried to move forward with enthusiasm, tried to convince themselves and everyone else that they were fine. But the Two of Swords revealed that underneath that facade, they were in denial, avoiding the truth of their feelings. The Three of Pentacles made them realize that what they had with you was a real partnership, something valuable that they took for granted. The High Priestess brought their intuition and inner knowing to the surface, making it impossible for them to keep lying to themselves. The Fool was the moment of explosion, when they could no longer hold it in and they spoke their truth in an unfiltered, spontaneous way. They shouted your name, Pisces. They told people that they never felt real love, that they should never have let you go. The Nine of Cups showed us that they are mourning the loss of the emotional fulfillment they had with you, realizing that nothing else compares. Strength reminded us that you handled this situation with grace and dignity, and that everyone involved now needs courage to face the aftermath of this revelation. The Eight of Pentacles showed us that there is work to be done, growth to be achieved, lessons to be learned from all of this. Death came in to tell us that this represents a major transformation, an ending of old patterns and the beginning of something new, whether that is a renewed connection or complete closure. And the Seven of Cups explained why this person made the mistake they made in the first place. They were chasing fantasies, and now they are dealing with the reality of their choice. Pisces, the bomb has exploded. The truth is out there. This person can no longer pretend that they do not have feelings for you, that they do not regret their choice, that they are happy without you. But here's what I want you to understand. Their realization does not obligate you to do anything. Their confession does not mean you have to take them back. Their regret does not erase the pain they caused you. What this reading is showing you is that truth always comes out eventually. What is real cannot stay hidden forever. And you deserve someone who chooses you clearly, consistently, without hesitation. If this person could not see your value before, if they needed to lose you to appreciate you, that tells you something important about where they were in their journey. You are moving forward, Pisces. You are growing, evolving, becoming more of who you are meant to be. And whether this person is part of your future or not, you are going to be okay. You are going to be more than okay, because you know your worth, and you are not willing to settle for someone who only realizes your value after you are gone. The cards are proud of you for the strength you have shown, for the grace with which you have handled this situation, and for the commitment you have made to your own growth and happiness. Keep doing what you are doing. Keep focusing on yourself. Keep building your life, and let the universe handle the rest. Thank you so much for being here with me for this reading. I hope it brought you clarity, validation, and peace. Take what resonates, leave what does not, and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should.